guys, I'm Rachel Lynn for Queen Bee of Honeydews, and today I am joining Remodelaholic for the Remodelaholic Christmas Challenge. And as my contribution for the challenge, I am going to show you how I made this Christmas easel. It's reversible and interchangeable. But the biggest challenge, at least the challenge for myself, is I'm going to show you how to do it without any power tools. That's right, no miter saw, no table saw, and if you don't have one, you don't have to even use a power driver. For this project, I used 1/2 inch craft board that I purchased from my local hardware store. So what you're going to need to do this project is 4 sections of 24 by 3 inch, 4 sections of 15 by 3 inch, 4 sections of 10 inch by 3 inch, 4 sections of 4 inch by 3 inch, 2 pieces that are 20 inch by 2 inch, and 2 pieces that are 12 inch by 2 inch. Now these are all nominal lengths that I'm giving you, so just remember that when you go to purchase it. The 3 inch wide boards will actually be 2.5 inch wide, and the 2 inch wide boards will actually be 1.5 inch. We'll also need a piece of plywood. Now you can get that done at the hardware store. You can ask them to cut it for you, or you can use any material that is 1/4 inch wide. And a piece of foam board. I suggest that you get the foam board in a finish that's going to match your frame finish. We're also going to need masking tape, a set of hinges, some chain, preferably some small decorative chain, and 4 of these half-turn buttons. You will also need hooks and some wood glue.
To begin the project, we're going to take the 24 inch length sections and the 4 inch length sections, and we're going to glue the 4 inch length sections to the end of the 24 inch pieces. Repeat this process 3 more times. Make sure that you are careful to align the 4 inch piece up perfectly along the edges of the 24 inch length. Next, we're going to create the back legs by attaching 15 inch lengths to 2 of the sections that we just created. You'll notice that I'm using one of the 3 inch wide boards as a spacer. Make sure that you get this new board as snug against that spacer as possible. And make sure that you also have your boards lined up perfectly along the edges. Getting everything flush is the trick to making this work perfectly. Add as much masking tape as you need to hold the pieces together snug and tight. And you'll notice that now both sections have 2 half-lap joints. Set these aside to dry, and we'll begin with the top of the back of the frame. To do this, we're going to glue a 10 inch piece to the 15 inch piece. Again, you'll notice that I am using one of the boards as a spacer on the end to create another half-lap joint. Make sure both ends are equal and that the board fits perfectly to have a perfect half-lap joint. Repeat for the second piece. Now we're going to begin to assemble what we need for the front of the easel. We're going to take the remaining 2 24 inch pieces that we created at the beginning, but this time we're going to glue the 20 inch by 2 inch sections along the edge of the board. Repeat for both pieces. Make sure that it's lined up perfectly along the edge. Set those aside to dry, and now take the remaining 2 10 inch pieces and 2 12 inch pieces that you have left, and we're going to attach the 12 inch section to the 10 inch section, making sure to leave just exactly 1 inch along each end. Once everything is dry, we're going to go back and finish assembling the back of our easel. We'll do this by gluing the legs and the rails that we created previously together by joining the half-lap joints together. Make sure the joints are snug and tight and the edges are flush to each other. Use your tape to hold everything in place and set it aside and allow it to dry. Now we'll move on to creating the front of the easel. We will assemble it in a similar fashion as what we did with the back. However, with this one, we want to make sure that we apply glue to both the half laps and to the edges of the rails before attaching them to the legs. Again, we'll use our tape to hold everything in place until it is dry. Once everything has dried properly, we can move on to adding the turn buttons to the back of the frame. You'll notice that I'm using just a basic screwdriver to do this, but if you have a power drill, I recommend that you go ahead and use that to make it a lot easier. Next, I added my hinges to the back. And instead of those tiny little screws that came with the hinges, I'm using a 1/2 inch number 8 wood screw. Make sure you attach your hinges so that the back sides of both sections can close completely against each other. Once you've completed the assembly of the easel and all the glue has thoroughly dried overnight, you can begin to apply a finish of your choice. I'm just doing mine in a basic farmhouse style finish. And finally, you want to attach one end of your chain to one side and attach the other side to a hook. Then add your image and your foam board to the back and set up your display.
Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave me a comment below, subscribe, and be sure to check out some of the other Remodelaholic Christmas Challenge videos. I'm going to leave a link below in the description so you can get there real easy.